Viewer discretion advised.
This video contains gratuitous use of profanity and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought. Viewer discretion advised.
Shoot program, nigga!
Now, coming straight from the lion's den, your host.
There has been a lot
Real
of
shit's going down now.
There has been a lot of betrayal.
Real shit going down
There have been lies.
now.
There has been pain inflicted. There's been times you've been handcuffed. There's been times you've been tried. There's been times you've been in situations where you were locked up and you couldn't get out. In spite of all of that, what God spoke to you shall surely come.
Okay.
Never bend your head, always hold it high. Look the world right in the eye, tell them suck a dick.
Straight up.
It's coca, it's coca.
Let's go.
I quit rapping, hit the track. I'm in and out of mansions ever since I got put to the pill life. Drew had 100 grand in the box. Then you put 100 grams on the block. Damn, you ever seen snow turn into rocks? Then you gotta see when he hit the pot.
For real.
Niggas was in school doing work in class. I was in my room putting work on glass. Bagging up 58s. Barely getting partial cuts cause I was stuffing bags. Neefy, industry, negative. Neefy, in the streets peddling. Rockstar lifestyle, heavy meddling. Open shop on any block, watch me settling. Pop pills just to cut off the emotions. Don't pass me no blunt if it ain't potent. Hennessy mixed with E, that's the potion. Turn my dick to the Hulk when she rollin'. Sign a nigga like me. I heard a couple rappers don't like me. I rob them right now, don't hype me. Tell them get it back in blood, poo shiesty. You just a civilian rapping too tough. Since you like talking shit and you too butt. That shawty ain't it tucked in her football. Man, gonna end up in your mouth like a toothbrush. My studio was in the projects. The recording booth was the closet. I don't got it, quad ain't an option. With the sound,
Big Killer, salute, I see you.
The streets screaming, Neefy Coca. Asking people like what happened, like the streets in closure. God saved me before the game caught him. A 360 to 720, the industry. The fuck you mean? You gonna take my bread or take bread from my family? My family, you signing me. Playing my jam, I'm my name on it. I'm not a rapper, I talk for the streets. I'm industry negative, that shit ain't for me. Since they can't stand me, tell them niggas take a seat, right? Don't pray for me, pray for me.
All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We doing our thing today. All right, I got something I want to talk about, so just stick around real fast. You know what I'm saying? Let me warm up. All right, go.
Smoke like who wanted with one. I got 2 chops on me, that's 150. Okay with it, and I got guns the size of Lola Brooks. Don't play with it. I'm like Ronnie and Raising Cane. OG Bobby Johnson when it come to bang. My heart full of anger, ain't no love here. Where I'm from, there's no civilians, there's only bloods here. Gang gangs and spotty train is really bugged here. Dark clouds over the hood, cause there's no sun here. That's why all I know is pain, so that's what they gon' feel. Tim Pot ring the alarm and it's a fucking drill.
For real.
I bring the cartons in. Smoke rap beats, nigga, as I speak, I'm loading cartridges. Big bro chillin', I'ma start some shit. Look, Drew, they thought they was safe. Niggas rap gangsta, do I shoot a bomb at their face. Broke the block, the streets, we still marble like Quake. I swear these niggas is cool. Who on smoke? Tell them come and get me.
Come and get it. with it.
I even got my wife toting, that's just so sad. Think she lacking? You see why she got the tote bag. Fuck being famous, I want cold cash. Weird mommy flying dolo.
Happy Monday, everybody.
I want it so bad.
If you woke up today, your name was on the list. You know what I'm talking about? You woke up today, you're blessed.
If you know that you broke, don't be silly. My name buzz in the town cause it beats with me. Think you wavy for 180, my man spinning 360. Who want smoke? Who want fire? Who want fight? Who wanna go? Who wanna try? Who drove? I'll shoot the driver. Leave him breathing out the tubes like scuba divers.
A lot of niggas don't know what that drug dealing era was about. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all my Bronx niggas. Shout out to all my BK niggas, all my Uptown niggas, cause y'all know what it is, right? Y'all know the lifestyle. Y'all know the religion, right? Y'all know the religion. Y'all know the lifestyle. Fact. We got Big Killer in the building. Waiter, where you at? Liddy, you off work yet? Yeah, man. Y'all see the title, right? And today, we're going to talk about growing up in the 80s and 90s drug era. A lot of people didn't make it, y'all. A lot of people didn't make it, y'all. A lot of people didn't make it. I know a lot of people that took a dirt nap. Hey, Liddy, you in the building? Salute. Liddy's off work. Liddy made it home safe, y'all. That's what's up. Shout out to everybody in the short section. Everybody that's in the shorts checking in. Salute. I'm streaming vertically and I'm streaming horizontally right now. That's probably why y'all got a lot of alerts from me yesterday. And then when you went there, it wasn't no video because I was trying to get my shit dialed in right. I was trying to get tuned in right. For some reason, the sizing of my video kept coming out like some old other fucking size. I didn't know what the fuck size it was. I think it was a YouTube glitch or something, but I figured it out. We dialed in now. We dialed in. We are dialed in. That's a whole fact. Welcome to the show, y'all. Let me set it off right.
All that talk, I don't need your pity. Man, I'm a dog, got the key to the city. Get my lead back fit. I just hit the door, let the bin hit.
You're now tuned in to the realest show on YouTube.
This is my first soda of the day, Liddy. I ain't drinking too much Coke today. I've been on my water shit lately. But check this out. Because a lot of people, you got two sides of people that grew up in the 90s, right? You had the winners and you had the losers. The losers was going to the store for niggas, for Phillies and all that type of shit. The winners was using your house to bag up. Then you got the type that, like the hustle on the street in front of the store. Then you had the other type, like me, who like to convert crackheads and fiends' cribs into the trap house. R.I.P. to my bro Jinx Drugs, so you know he said it best, right? Welcome to my trap house. And let me tell y'all something. Everybody couldn't get weight back in those days. Back in those days, a lot of people bought bottles off of other people, shaved them down, try to make them into 3 or 4 bottles to make a profit. Because everybody couldn't get weight. Everybody couldn't get the butter. That was the name of the good crack back then. It was called the butter. And if you had the butter, you was eating. Straight up. And a lot of you dudes was getting hit with fake coke, whack, over baking soda, because you dudes was buying Ready Rock. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't buying soft and cooking it up yourself. A lot of you dudes don't know how to cook. So if you don't know how to cook back then, what makes me think you can cook now? You couldn't cook back then. Y'all niggas didn't get carpal tunnel. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that got carpal tunnel in their wrist from whipping that shit real hard. Now the downside of it is all you drug dealers that blew up and made a lot of money in the hood and went somewhere with drug dealing, that means half of these kids walking around here now are products of what you made. You made crack babies. You did that. Yeah, you did that. You made crack babies. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't contribute to it, but I wasn't into selling crack for that long. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I don't really think I contributed too much, but I am still a part of the problem. This is why I woke up one day and I said, I'm not selling drugs no more. I'm going to sell CDs. Straight up. They laughed at me. They said, oh, you going to sell CDs? You going to sell CDs? CDs? Mix CDs? I said, CDs wasn't even out yet. It was tapes. I'm going to sell mixtapes. Fuck that shit. I'm not getting caught up. Y'all niggas can get caught up. I'm not dealing with that shit. I don't want it. I woke up, I had an epiphany, and what do you know? The next day, the fucking crib got raided.
Fatality.
Yo, on any given Sunday, if my niggas didn't know me, they probably would have said that I told. Because the way that shit happened, the way I left, and then everybody got wrapped up, it seemed like I told, but I didn't tell. It was my cousin's operation. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing was, the feds was on us for a minute. Yo, I don't know, but by the grace of the universe, thank you. Universe, thank you. And the creator of the universe, thank you. Because I evaded so many door kickings that I started feeling like something is protecting me. Something is guiding me, because I missed like maybe 3 of them. I missed about maybe 3 raids. And the funny thing is, the feds was on us. So they knew about me. Because the feds know everything. The feds knew about me. We were selling drugs in West Virginia. This was over 25 years ago, so I could talk about it. The statute of limitation is over.
Finish him.
Some of my cousins is just coming home for that shit right now. Yeah. And let me tell you something. A lot of niggas talk about what it takes to get that money. Let's talk about what it took to keep that money. Because ain't nobody, and I repeat, nobody is living to see their profit. They not living to see their profit. These niggas is pushing up daisies. Half of these niggas is in jail forever. It's like, how did you go so hard for 4 years, but now you're going to do 40 years? It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. You do 40 years so you can get... What? What? You gonna come home and get some stupid ass parties and get some people to salute you that you threw your time away? Now your kids has been looking for father figures, so they out fucking other niggas, and your kids has done turned gay and this and that. Wait, all black is in the building. I see you. Salute, gang. I keep telling these niggas, man, if they was alive in our real era in the 80s and 90s, half of you niggas would have got y'all cribs ran up in. Y'all would have got y'all moms put down the steps. So much would have happened to y'all. Straight up. Y'all niggas would have got shot so many times. Niggas would have robbed you so many times that you would have turned, literally, into police.
Stop it! Nobody drop it! Stop it!
That's a fact. That's a fact. Half of these niggas that's police was the young niggas in school that was getting picked on by the young drug dealers. Let me tell y'all something. I was the type of drug dealer, bro. I always came up with a gimmick. And I'm not going to say a drug dealer. I was dealing drugs. And I was little. I was doing it on the playground. I was setting up shop in places that, because I didn't know you couldn't sell, like get caught with drugs 50 feet by school lines and all that. I was little. I grew up with the fiends. They was my man's moms. They was my man's aunts, my man's sisters. I grew up. When you in your hood and you grow up, that's the benefit of being in your hood growing up. But let me tell you something. It's a gift and a curse.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
It's a gift and a curse. Because if you run around and if you let dealing drugs do you, you'll get caught up in the street. You'll never make it out. See, these niggas that I was around, they dealt drugs so they can go gamble. They dealt drugs so they can get fresh, get jewelry, buy cars. I wasn't over flossy like that. I wasn't trying to buy Gucci and Louis Vuitton and blow my money on diamonds in the diamond district. I wasn't on that. I like to walk around with $1,000 in my pocket and I'm feeling cool, calm, and collective. I don't even gotta spend it. But that's just my rule. Walk around with 1,000 so you can stack 1,000. And then you just save money. See, a lot of these dudes, let me tell you something, they wasn't official dealers. They got high on their own supply. And I know this for a fact. Because I watched them. Yo, I used to be the type of young boy that I used to hang out with the older dealers, and they used to do funny shit. Like put some crack in a wooler and tell me don't tell nobody. You feel what I'm saying? I kept a lot of secrets, yo. I kept a lot of secrets. I remember one time I went out of town to Rhode Island, and the dude we went out there with, we thought he was the older big homie. Meanwhile, he's a crackhead. Meanwhile, he's lying, saying somebody broke in the crib, and he took the crack we had out there selling and stashed it somewhere else so he could smoke it. But set it up like niggas broke in the crib. That's when I had to learn my out-of-town bloops and blunders and practical jokes that can happen to you when you OT with niggas from your block, niggas from your city. These niggas don't play fair, bro. It's only a couple of people that play fair. Shout out to my nigga Gotti, man. Shout out to my man Gotti, man, from 240, my nigga. From that area, Anthony Avenue and all that. That's a real one. That's one that played right when we played with the crack. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. One time when I was in West Virginia, right before the last time I was even playing with drugs, I was going out there with my cousin and shit. And he just came home. And I told him this story. I was like, yo, you was only giving me $1,000 every flip. Meanwhile, you copping 125s and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying the work off the connect upstairs in my crib. I live in Washington Heights. You know what I'm saying? I live on 151st and Broadway, Joel Santana Uncasa block. You feel me? So, boom, I'm reeing up from the poppy nigga upstairs. I'm going through my fire escape. I don't even got to go from door to door. I'm going from fire escape to the plug house. Boom. I'm going to cop a 125. You going to give me some fish scale 1 for 1, fire, cooking or sniffing shit, dope, crack, water. Look, I take that, bring it back downstairs, show my cousin. He like, all right, cool, wrap it up. He wrap it up and give it to his transporter, right? So boom, I don't touch nothing. But first off, I charge him $29. I'm getting it for $21.50. You feel me? So off a 125 times $7 and some change, I already made racks before I even left out of town. He don't think I'm doing this, though. He don't think I'm smart. I'm putting points like a motherfucker. I'm putting about 11.89 points. You feel me? Boom. I'm eating off the points before I even go out of town, right? Boom. Check me out. Show you how you get this. So, boom. We get out of town and shit, right? Now, I'm in charge of giving the dude the onions. So, I got to break it down in the O's. So, I'm like, oh, this nigga think I don't know how to count. So I go buy like 4 boxes of the Arm & Hammer, right? The baking soda, right? So boom, I don't do it too much. I don't go too crazy, but I should have went more crazy. I probably put like 22 and then threw 6 baking soda. Bow, 22, 6 baking soda. But first, I made his onions first. You know what I'm saying? I bagged his shit into O's first, right? Then I took his onions, took out 6, threw in 6. put that 6 to the side. Took out 6, threw in 6, put that one to the side. Took out 6, threw in 6, put that one to the side. I did that for like 20-something ounces. So now I got 6 grams on the side times 20-something. That's wild grams. I got wild grams extra. You see what I'm saying? Let's say I got like 80 grams, something like that. So I take my grams, maybe a little more than that. I take my grams, right? I do the same thing. I put 22, and then I throw 6. Boom, 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 boom. So when it's all said and done, I got about 9 onions for myself. He got his 20-something that he know he calculated because he a old school nigga. He think he don't know I know how to use decimal points, fractions, and all that, right? So I fractionalize it for him. Hey, okay, you know this is what you getting because 125 divided by boom, 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 boom. That's what you get, right? Okay, boom, bow. You got that, right? Okay. He's like, yes, I got that. My money straight. Cool, that's on the side. I got about 4-5 bands cash that I just got from him that he don't even know out of all his money when I read up, right? Because nobody goes with me to the plug. I take the money and I deal with it, right? So I do that. I already got that tucked away in NY. Now I got 9 zips and I want to buy a car. But remember, he's only giving me $1,000 a flip. So I would have never bought a car. See what I'm saying? So look, now when a nigga call and I got to go give, you know what I mean, his runner a zip, whatever, he got the money. He going to give me the money. I'm going to give him, you know what I'm saying? I got to do the handoff. So every time I do the handoff, look, I do one of his zips. I do one of mine. I do one of his zips. I do one of mine. They not keeping track of how many zips he's selling. Like how many zips he's requesting. Let me say that. He's not keeping track of that. So that's where I slip right in. One for him, one for me. One for him, one for me. So I'm getting some of that federal money. These is when the new hundreds first came out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting some of that federal money. So I feel guilty. You understand what I'm saying? But now, so boom, I'm getting racks. You understand what I'm saying? I'm getting money. You feel me? He's like, is the work done yet? I'm like, not yet. It's a little slow. You feel me? So boom, when the work is finally done, I got about 13,000 for me. He got about 70, 80,000, something like that. You follow what I'm saying? Now this is all federal money. This is all federal money. You know what I'm saying? And I would have never knew that. But one thing that was crazy, every time we kept coming back from out of town, it always was like the money under the bed stacked up like too perfect, bro. Like stacks, like 10,000 stack, $100 bills, brand new money. This shit look weird. It looked too good to be true. Yo, I used to always say it like this was the best spot we ever had. We got the runner we could trust. He'd get money. Fat nigga named Rudy. Whole time Rudy working with the feds. Whole time. This is another reason why I left, right? And I went to go sell motherfucking CDs and all that because I already knew. I came up. I had money already out of this shit. I wasn't rich or nothing, but I had a few dollars to take my winnings and keep it pushing. That's the point. You got to get your winnings and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? You got to bet on you every time, bro. I am. You understand what I'm saying? I say it shall be. I do it, it gets done. This is how it was. I've been manifesting my whole life and not even manifesting because I've been playing by the rules. See, these dudes don't play by the rules, or if they do play by the rules, they get tricked out they spot by a lame. The slow nigga. The slow nigga be tricking these niggas out they spot because they be at a nightclub. The slow niggas trick the kings out their spot. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. I watched it, bro. I watched females rob niggas' stashes that was selling drugs because these niggas was getting so much money that they ain't even know what to do with it. All these type of events. Let me tell y'all something. Back in the early 80s, when we was getting money, in the early 80s, my nigga. 84, 85, 86, right? 87, right? Around the time when New Jack City came out, right? Remember in Medicine Society, Harold's drop top, 3 1/4, 318. Let me tell you something. If you drove one of those cars in the Bronx, niggas was following you in traffic, all right? Back to your hood and circling your block. You know what I'm saying? They not going to pull right up on you. They going to sleep on it. They going to wait, watch you. They going to lay on you. They going to smoke some Reggie. And look what they going to do. Soon as you get out that motherfucker and go upstairs, they're taking that off the fucking block. You better be prepared to have a shootout for that shit, all right? Because 9 out of 10 times, they got one and they blew the tranny and they want your transmission. There was no auto parts stores. There was no AutoZone. Advanced auto parts. It was none of that, bro. If your car fucked up and you needed parts for that car, you had to go out and take a car like yours.
Fatality.
And if you have a shootout doing it, that's what it is. You better shoot it out. You better get it. You better move around. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. Drug dealing in the 80s and 90s is nothing like today. We ain't have no cell phones. It wasn't no motherfucking call me. How much you need? We walked around with all the drugs in our pocket. We had everything on us. One nigga had the gun, one nigga had all the drugs. Or if you was just somebody that that was cool in your hood, you didn't need a gun. You just walked around with the drugs and get money. You just sit outside at the barbecues all day and get money. It was cool back then in certain occasions. On certain occasions, it was shootouts and it was battles and, you know, wars of egos going on. But it was cool if you put it like this. One thing I can say about that time. If you was official on your block, you was good. If you wasn't official on your block, you wasn't good. If you was halfway official, you was partially good. You might have been good over here, but not good over there. You might have been good over here, but not good over there. You understand what I'm saying? But they always had the group of Spanish niggas, or maybe it could have been Jamaicans, right? That was running the American niggas out of their situation. Jamaicans that was on my block hustling, I don't truly feel like they grew up around there or anything. They just popped up and started selling weed. But they were so strong. They had so many guns. What the fuck is you going to tell them? What are you going to tell them? They can't get no money? What the fuck you going to say? And that's why it was one time when we was selling weed up on 151st and Broadway. Shout out to Mike Geronimo. He came and supported a lot of this chocolate weed we had. This was when weed was still like brown and everybody liked the brown weed. Salute to Elliot on 170 and Jerome, man. Those is my peoples. You know what I'm saying? He never liked the camera, so I ain't gonna spit his government out who he is, but y'all know his brand, alright? Y'all know about the chocolate on Elliot. You know what I'm saying? Where they start motherfucking, these niggas had cheese lines forever. Rakim, from Eric B. and Rakim, that was his favorite spot to go. Redman too, that was one of Redman's favorite spots to go. Infamous. Shout out to Branson though, man. When I first met Branson, I didn't even know it was going to be a lane for all these different type of strands of weed. I just thought it was the basic chocolate tie, hydro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas remember hydro? Do niggas remember hydro? Quaalude, I see you in the building. Salute. But yeah, guys. And even Q. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. 145th was a hub that we had. And it's like we formed an alliance with the drug plugs. You see how everybody be talking about The plug, the plug, the plug. You talking about one person. Imagine having a pool room, right? With 50 to 80 pool tables in there. And at least 48 of them are occupied by all drug dealers, which are connects, plugs, who are selling weight. I'm talking about this nigga at this table got manteca, this nigga got hard, he got soft, he got piff, he got pills, he got perks, he got Zans, all under one fucking roof. All under one fucking roof, bro. You heard me? Under one roof. So niggas is coming in there with 30,000 and going shopping. Let me get some of this, let me get some of that, let me get some of that, let me get some of that. Yo, bro, niggas was making like $1 million a day in this spot. You know what I'm saying? It was good while it lasted. We knew they was going to come in there and shut it down and raid it, but it was just so many young, hustling, Dominican-ass niggas that was watching the way we was moving, and they was like taking note of what we was doing, you know what I'm saying? And basically using that to perfect the craft of how to be the best entrepreneur in the United States at that time. You got to think about it. When you got all the rappers in America coming up to 145th and Broadway just to see what some dudes on the block that's selling CDs are doing, because they didn't know nothing about the dark side of it, right? Everybody only seen the light side. You know what I'm saying? The hustlers in us, the hustle mentality. That hustle mentality stretched far. That hustle mentality stretched far. That's a fact. And everybody came to see exactly what was shaking, what was grooving. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Scarface. Salute to the East Siders. Salute to Uncle Trady. Salute to Goldie Loke. You know what I'm saying? My big homies. Salute to Superfly. Salute to LT Huntington. These are just a few of the cats that I don't be giving they shout outs to like I should be sometime, but you know, they the big homies, you know what I'm saying? They inspired me to do a lot of things and showed me a lot of things and told me what not to do in a lot of situations. So, you know, we're gonna give them their flowers. We're gonna give them their flowers, all right? But let me tell y'all something. I watched females get money too in the 80s and 90s. Not all of them was stuck on drug dealers during the 80s and 90s. I had a homegirl. I ain't gonna say had because she's still alive. We still cool. Shout out to Monica. Salute to Monica. She used to drive a 1989 or 1990 Cherokee. Grand Cherokee when they first came out. And she had more balls than niggas. She was the type, you pay her, she's driving you anywhere in the world you want to go, dirty and all. Gangster. And I've never known her for getting pulled over and getting locked up. I used her every time. Anytime I had to do something and I drove dirty or whatever, I always used her. I always felt like it was a white truck. She's half black and half Puerto Rican, but she looked white. And I don't know, was just something about she was able to really finesse and get a lot of dealers from A to B comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the transport. Salute to Monica for showing us how to get around dirty without getting taken down. Man, I gotta really think about all these people that actually was in my life, man, that really played roles, because they're just regular people to me that I fuck with, but these were people that helped me keep my life. Like, for real. For real. Because before I moved to the west side, I used to have to go down to the west side, you know what I'm saying, to cop. You know what I'm saying? And it was all about, you had to take that right gamble, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to bring no crackhead with them so the crackhead could test something. Because as we all know, You know what I'm saying? You could have a crackhead test some shit, and they gonna still give you the bullshit that they gonna sell to you. It's the 52 fake out. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? So that shit don't fly no more. So it's like you had to make a decision fast, my nigga. Because you need the work. Look, you down there. You got 900 in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You the zips, they talking about zips is 400 if you get two. You know what I mean? 800. You know what I'm saying? You like this. Oh, shit, I could double up my re-up. Oh, let me do. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking about, you know what I'm saying? How much extra I could make. You should have waited for your connect, though. You couldn't wait, though. Look. You rush and go fuck with another nigga, give you some bullshit, fuck your whole shit up. Fuck your whole shit right up. It's a lot of ups and downs that come with this drug dealing shit, B. Word. Me, I can only talk from the perspective of how I was able to shake around and do what I did. I never had to be violent. Let's put it that way. I never had to be violent. I never had to be. All I had to do was do exactly what you're supposed to do. Business. I was doing good business. Good business I was doing. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't do good business. I seen a couple of people do bad business, and then them boys come to hit you up, and the wrong persons get hit up. Yup. I watched the wrong people lose their lives, yo. Niggas don't know how to aim, bro. These niggas is sloppy. Half of the people that be getting shot and be doing all this shit, it don't even be over money like back in the days. Back in the days, it was over money. It was over some real shit. And I'm not saying today it's not over real shit. It's just that what we thought was real back then, when those amount of drugs was in the street, to now, what you think is real now, it doesn't weigh up. It doesn't weigh up. It doesn't weigh up. It's not the same. Niggas was getting killed over bricks back then. Now niggas is getting killed over half ounces. Niggas getting killed over half ounce money. 7 grams, AFEs. Like, this shit different. But the funny thing is, why? It's dope that I'm alive and I can speak on it, because I lived through all these eras. I mingle with all these generations. Met one from each. Created a relationship with somebody from each generation. I know how they think. I know how the ones before me, how they think. I know how they talk. I know how they rock. And I know what's the malfunction. But the way it's designed is like I'm not going to be able to help everybody. Everybody's not going to be able to help me. Because everybody's an individual. So everybody's stuck in their own ego. Everybody's stuck in their own zone. Everybody's stuck in their own zone. Back in the days, the only working together drug dealing thing that I've seen was like homeboys would sell their mans yams. Or they would allow them to give them the money and they'll go get it from them. Like when they re-up and get some yams. You know what I'm saying? But he still could be putting points on it though. And you won't know. He still could be putting points on it and you won't know. I remember I was getting e-pills for $1.50. But I was selling them for $5.25. So I was making 4 points and some change. Now, the funny shit is, one of my dudes, at least I thought this was my dude. He did the super switcheroo on me and gave the customer fake pills and kept the money. The customer got to the motherfucking hotel. That nigga called me up. That nigga said, yo, bro, this is not the same thing. I said, what you talking about? Because I brought him in on the deal to help me get this shit. Because this is my man. He's coming to see me every 2 weeks for 1,000. You get me? All I'm doing is eating off the points. So I make sure whoever I'm doing business with, I get the good shit. Because I don't got to touch nothing. They come, they give it to him. The money's in my pocket. You understand what I'm saying? They gave it to him. The money's in my pocket. You understand what I'm saying? He just gave me $5,200. The pills is only $1.50, so I only gave him $1,500. You understand what I'm saying? A little more than that, 16, something like that. But the rest is me, so that's mad PC. But this motherfucker, and you know what was crazy? When the drugs used to get scarce and used to be droughts, during this whole drug era from the 80s all the way to the 2000s, that's the part I used to motherfucking hate. But I'm from the Bronx, so I gotta always know how. It's just something that I had. When I go re-up off of somebody, I could just smell a nigga out and know if he got butter work or if he got some garbage. I go to his block. I see his flow. I look at his flow. I look at his quality crackheads. I see what they into, how much money they bringing in, what they look like they doing. They hanging around, they high, they broke, or it's his spot where he at is cleared out because they pull up and they pull off. You know what I'm trying to say? So these are the things that I was trained, and I think a lot of people was trained to do during this era of drug dealing. You had to have that keen sense to know, is this a good deal or is this a bad deal? Sometimes you need the shit so much, you be like, you know what? Give me 7 grams, let me see. And you already know if the 7 is fire that he give you, the next 100 that you buy gonna be some bullshit. You should know that. Ain't nobody in this game playing fair. You could never just do business with somebody, get a bunch of money, and then you go your way, he go his way. It never happens like that. But I'm here to tell y'all, in my life, it happened for me like that. I was able to get away. You know how they say, B, one way in, one way out. Let me tell y'all something. The universe has manifested for me to move around and through all this bullshit. But for some reason, I always use my brain. I think. I try my best not to get caught up in something. And you know what I think it is? I'm the type, when something get on my nerve and something bothers me, like irritates me, upsets me, it can show. Because my actions, you know what I'm saying? I don't be keeping shit to myself. You know what I'm saying? And I think this mechanism helped me dodge a lot of smoke. You ain't missed nothing, killer. I dodged a lot of smoke, bro. A lot of smoke. I dodged a lot of smoke, man. Real smoke, man. 50 years and all that. Different type of shit. Word is born. Where them raps at? Niggas no more left. Yeah, yo. Let me tell y'all something. I was the type of entrepreneur back in the Bronx on Murphy and 175. Salute to everybody on Murphy. We gonna give you y'all flowers too. You know what I'm saying? But for a fact, let me tell y'all something. I remember when we had dollar bottles. And we was at that table, little niggas, 16, 15 years old, at that table, chipping them rocks away, and made dollar bottles in the projects. We was just bagging up dollar bottles, listening to the radio. Before I even made a mixtape, listening to the radio. And the sad part about it is, one of my friends killed one of my other friends by a mistake, playing with a gun. And that was like, that's where it was over for all of us at, because niggas ain't want to let niggas sell drugs no more. They was like, y'all little niggas is getting yourselves in trouble. We don't want to, you feel me? Like, we was those type of little niggas on the block where niggas couldn't tell us nothing. We gonna do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? But when this happened, I couldn't be around there because the friend that did it, I brung him. So it's like they mad at me now, right? And it was just all fucked up. But it kind of, I can't say it worked out for the better, but who knows? That could have been me. You know what I'm saying? That could have been me later on in the line, getting caught up with something else, getting in trouble with, you know what I'm saying? It could have been me. I don't deny that. Yeah, so after that shit happened, them niggas was so mad at me. Them niggas came to my house and threw so many motherfucking rocks through my windows and broke my windows, because I used to live on the first floor. I was the DJ of the block. I never caused no drama, shootouts, or none of that type of shit. We was just little, and we was getting a little bit of chicken selling these dollar bottles. So, you know, we was like, we got to get us a little firearm or something. Niggas wound up buying a 38 revolver, and I think we had put 357 slugs in the shit, if I can't remember. This was the first time I knew about modifications with weapons. Like, far as what weapon you could put, what type of caliber bullet inside of it, and it would work. You know what I mean? Or the other way around. A 357, you could put 38 slugs in it. Some shit like that, right? But, these niggas had my mom so fucking scared. My mom's was like, you got to pack it up and get the fuck up out of here. So what did they do? What did they do? They sent me to Forest Projects. They sent me to the projects 2 buildings over from where Fat Joe was residing at the time. So they sent me from one worse place to another worse place. They sent me to 163rd and 10th Avenue, to 765 East 163rd Street, 10th Avenue. And it just made me more of a menace. Because I already was selling crack back over there. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was, I ain't want to hurt nobody or kill nobody. So I had met one of these dudes over there that took a liking to me or whatever. His name was Knowledge. Nate. He had that dead arm, that knockout swing. So basically, we used to just be me and him together all day, taking over crack spot. But I wasn't doing it the way you might think I'd be doing it. I wasn't going around taking other people's turf. I was going around with him creating on other people's turf. far as in the projects. McKinley, moving around through the P's. All the fiends that he know, I start scouting out whose apartment is copacetic enough for us to go chill over there and lounge over there. And what do you know? Bada bing, bada boom. That house is generating $20,000 a month. Know what I'm saying? And this was like, I would say like the mid-90s. Like 95. '95, got a flow joke and all that. Rocket bottles, 019s. They had valves, right? Like a valve this big was like a 019. So it'd be a valve like this, but it'd be like as wide as a cigarette. You know what I mean? And you fill that motherfucker up and that shit is like a dime. But it's up to you to take the crack rocks and make them lie in a certain position to make them stack up on each other. You understand what I'm saying? So the name of this game was when you prepare your crack in your valve, you got to make sure you chop it up and make it hit the right way inside of the valve. You understand what I'm saying? So when you show them like, yo, I got it, and you be like, huh, and they be like, okay, your shit looking healthy, playboy. You feel what I'm saying? And you got the sell. Nigga be like, let me get on those. You feel me? Nigga be like, let me get on those. You feel me? That's how you want it. You want every one that you make to be fire. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all up, but I got some running around to do. But I'll be back, and we gonna pick this whole shit up. Part 2 is coming up next. I got some special guests lined up to talk about this. I got some ex-drug dealers that sold a lot of weight in the street coming up in the next show to talk about this. So stick around, be prepared, hit the like button. Y'all already know what I'm using. Oh, okay.
Bitch, get a scoop like that. Drop the beat, make it loop right back. That's your bitch, get a scoop like that. Drop the beat, make it loop right back. Back, 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 back.
Smoke, like who wanted with me? I got 2 chops on me, that's 150. Okay with it, and I got guns the size of Lola Brooks. Don't play with it, I'm like Ronnie and Razor Kane. OG Bobby Johnson when it come to bang. My heart full of anger, ain't no love here. Where I'm from, there's no civilians, there's only blood here. Gang gangs and spotty train, it's really bump here. Dark clouds over the hood, cause there's no sun here.